sports.
Cedartown High School basketball.
He dunks it! Lays it up. Got it! Three-pointer try.
Yes! Cedartown wins!
It's time for Cedartown High School Bulldogs basketball. Right here on WGAA 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app and Facebook Live. And now, let's head down to courtside for today's action.
Good evening and welcome to Cowart Court. Here we're at Central High School in Carrollton, Georgia, as the Cedartown Bulldogs 2-6 in region play and 11-12 overall look to pick up region win number 3 and to get to 500, but they've got a very tough task, Sam, against the 7-1 in region play and 20-3 overall Central Lions, the best Central Lions basketball team we've seen in quite some years.
It's the best Central team that we have seen in quite some years, but it's not probably that far removed from the best team that we've seen all year. And that's really a toss-up between Central and Sonoraville. Right. You can kind of flip a coin, and it depends on what night of the week you see them on. I did tell somebody, though, that when we saw Sonoraville, I felt like that was the best full team that we have faced, but Central is right there with it. So the Bulldogs are going to have a tough road ahead tonight, especially here at the Lions Den as we are in the backyard of Central.
Well, let me just say this. They're 10-2 here at home, 8-1 on the road. And I don't know if that 10-2 is really saying much, but again, you got to think about some of the teams they played. Their only region loss coming to the Sonoraville Phoenix, and that was a game that they lost. See if I can find that on the list here. They lost 54-49 just recently, but they've split their season. They've already played them twice, so it's still yet to be seen exactly how they end up in region standings toward the end of the season. The Bulldogs, they're just trying to get better seeding. From what we understand, though, more than likely Cedartown will end up a 5th seed and will be playing a week from tomorrow in the region tournament up at Heritage Catoosa. We'll have more information about that next week. But now we'll get to the ball game. Here is the introduction of the starting lineups are happening for the Cedartown Bulldogs basketball team. We'll take a look down there on the floor. Holiday will get the start, no shocker there. Also DJ Watley. Zane Diamond Paisley gets the nod again. Looks like no Davion Smith in a starting role this time. Also, it'll be Aston Turner, number 13. And, of course, the junior, number 21, Quinlan Coughlin.
Luckily, it does look like, though, that Davion is dressed out, so he will be available. He was available earlier this week when we traveled over to Sonoraville, but we saw him limited time then as well, so we expect to see kind of the same tonight.
Starters will be number 1, Chance North, 6'3" sophomore. This is a relatively young team. They got a lot of sophomores and juniors starting. Caden Cochran, number 2. He's a junior, 6'2". The strong forward is number 5, Isaiah West, a senior, 6'4". Number 10, Jordan Martin, senior guard, 6'1". And the center is number 24, Connor Williams, a junior, 6'6". They got a lot of guys 6 foot plus.
A lot of height on this team.
In fact, looking at their roster, only 1, 2, 3 guys under 6 feet tall. The rest of them are at least 6'1" or higher. So they got a lot of height. This is a very good basketball team, and looks like Connor Williams will jump at the line for the Lions. It'll be Quinlan Cothran, our big man, jumping at the line. And to tell you all about this ball game, Sam Branch on the call.
Thank you, Andrew Carter. And we are underway as Central will receive the opening tip. It'll be number 5, Isaiah West for the Lions. Central moving from left to right on your radio dial. The Lions in their home white uniforms. Crimson numbers and letters trimmed in black. Cedartown in their road reds with the Bulldog logo and white numbers trimmed in black. Over to the left side, it is Cochran. Cochran will give it to West. Now to the right side, they'll go to Martin. Try to get it into the corner, and it is just knocked away. But it will stay Central basketball on the baseline. 13 on the shot clock, 7:37 on the game clock. Cedartown defense so far looking good, even though it is early. It'll fade away from the baseline is no good, but the rebound is taken by the Lions. Over to the right side, it'll be Cochran. Cochran works back to the middle of the floor. A three is on the way. That one is no good, but the offensive rebound, and the foul is called on the Dogs. It should be, and it will be, on number 21, Gwendolyn Cochran. That will be his first, and it will send the big man, Connor Williams, to the free throw line for the first time tonight for Central.
If I remember correctly, Gwendolyn Cochran was pretty much rendered not useless, but first free throws up and in. They lead 1-0.
Ineffective, I think, is a good term.
Ineffective the last time we played Central back at home. And he was really the only person who could match up against the height of this Central team.
Second one on the way from Williams, and that one is in and out, no good, and the rebound is taken by DJ Watley. So Central out to an early 1-0 lead as we come up on 7:15 left to play in the first period. They work it down low to Cochran. Cochran off the baseline, off the glass, no good. The rebound and the putback is no good, and then they come away with the rebound.
Well, when Quillen misses twice like that from down low, you know that's something. That's going to be out of bounds off of Central. Cedartown basketball on the other end. But when Gwendolyn Cochran is missing those layups, you know the guy who's defending him has got to be matching him pretty much inch for inch.
Holiday with it will bring it across the timeline for the Bulldogs, right at the Lion logo. Going to work to his right now, far side. He meets a couple of defenders, has to pop it back outside. He'll give to Ashton Turner. Turner is going to work to the right now, gets it underneath. It'll be Cochran again, and that shot is blocked, and the Lions come away with it. Cochran on the other end off the glass, and that one is good. It is 3-0 Central. Holiday with it.
Well, if you needed any more confirmation about how good this basketball team is, this early show of defensive play is something really to marvel at.
Zane Diamond Paisley from the left corner. Now he's going to step into a long two. That one is off the back of the iron. No good, and we've got a foul called.
That should have been a jump.
I think they are actually going to call it a... No, they'll get Quinlan. There it is.
Already his second foul. And we're less than 2 minutes into the first quarter.
Inbounds will go to number 5, Isaiah West. West will bring it across the timeline for the Lions. Top of the key now to the right side to Martin. Martin's going to work off the wing. Now they'll work it into the paint. The little jumper from just inside the free throw line is no good. And DJ Watley comes away with the rebound. He'll give it up to X. X on the far side, quickly into the front court for the Dogs. Trying to work it down low again to Cochran. He'll bounce it off the glass, no good. Goes up and gets his own rebound, though. And that putback is in and out again, no good. Cochran just cannot get anything to fall.
Can't buy a shot right now.
A three on the way from the Lions. It is up and no good, and it is off the scaffolding. So it will be Cedartown basketball.
I'm telling you, that lay-in by Gwendolyn Cochran looked like it always does when it rolls in, but it just didn't that time. It came in and went out.
Inbounds pass will go to Zane Diamond Paisley. DP will bring it up near side for the Dogs. Will cross midcourt right at the logo. Hands off to X. X will bring it across, now top of the key. Trying to work to his right around two defenders. Is going to drive the paint now. Tries to kick over, and a steal. It'll be one North with it on the other end, and the two-handed jam goes home, and it's 5-0. Inbounds pass will go to X.
X gave it everything he had going down low, but he couldn't hold on to the ball. Those defenders around him were just too aggressive. No foul called, and they get the dunk on the other end.
Holiday to Watley. Watley will go to DP. DP will work it into Cochran. Cochran turns, 360 spin in the paint, and that one is good from the big man for the Dogs, and it's 5-2. West will bring it across the timeline. Top of the key. Going to work to his right, now back to the left. Middle of the floor, now going over to the right corner. They will go to North. North, baseline, now outside, and it's up and in from Isaiah West.
DJ Watley defending there, but again, the height is just overwhelming for us.
Double team on Watley as he brings it across the timeline, and he will have to call a timeout, and we'll take it with him. We'll be back after this 30-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tea time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Cedartown will get it out at the timeout. It'll be Holiday. Will inbound it into the backcourt to Zane Diamond Paisley, who is double-teamed there. Now he'll give it up to DJ Watley in the front court. We get it across to Diamond Paisley. He is going to drive, lays it in, shot no good. The rebound and the putback no good, but he was fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line.
I'll tell you what, though, DP was very, very close to committing a backcourt violation. He was coming across the line when the pass was in his hands. It just does stay on the front court, and the first free throw is up and no good. Looks like Aston Turner will come in for the big man, Quinlan Cawthorn, who gets a rest. And he has been, him and Holiday have both been physically involved in this ballgame.
Second one on the way from Diamond Paisley, and that one finds its way home. It is a 4-point lead for Central, 7-3. They go to the right side. Far side now back to the middle of the floor into Boykin. Boykin goes to the right side to Cochran. Cochran with it off the wing. Going to work back to his left, which takes it back to the middle of the floor to Boykin. Boykin working off the left wing now. Far side, it'll be Cochran in the corner. They work it to the baseline into West. West goes back outside to Boykin. Now they go to Young. Young's going to fire a long three off the back of the iron. No good, but the tip in is good from number 5, Isaiah West. 9-3, a 6-point lead. It'll be X trying to work it across, gets it to Diamond Paisley. Diamond Paisley in the corner, back to Watley. Watley working off the wing, back to Diamond Paisley near the sideline. Now they'll go to Watley. Watley to X. Holiday working from beyond the perimeter. Now he's going to try to drive. Goes into the paint. The shot is up, and it is good. It falls, but so does Holiday.
How did that go in? I mean, he was falling backwards as he shot it. Still got it to go in.
Boykin's going to drive the baseline. Now the kick out on the other side to Cochran. The three is up, and it is good.
12-5 the lead now for Central over the Bulldogs here.
X will get it to Diamond Paisley. Into the backcourt still for the Dogs. Double team trying to get it across the line, and he will to X. X now on the far side. Holiday working off of the defender Boykin. He'll bounce it out near midcourt, goes to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse back to X. X going to fire a three over Boykin, and it's just short off the front of the iron. No good. Rebound taken by the Lions. It'll be number 2, Cochran. Cochran to the right side, now to North. North is just going to drive the paint, and the little throw-up shot is no good, but he did draw contact, and he will head to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Foul, I believe, is going to be on Hayden Rittenhouse. That'll be his first foul. And their number 1, Chance North, will be at the stripe for 2.
I think they changed who the foul call was on, but I did not hear who they changed it to. So we're going to have to leave it with Rittenhouse, but North misses on his first free throw attempt.
May have been DJ Watley. He goes out as well as Zane Diamond Paisley, as we see Davion Smith come into the ball game, and we've also got Quinlan Cawthorn back in. Second free throw is good. And they'll send in another substitution. Will Central. Looks like number 10 will come in, Jordan Martin.
It's an 8-point lead for the Lions, 13-5.
Look how they rushed to the, and that pass was just over the head of Davion Smith. But I was going to say how the defense just closes in on the guy they're passing the ball to. This defense is very well coached and trained on what they're supposed to do. But a bad pass, that was just our fault on the turnover.
Boykin top of the key. He's going to go to the right side. It'll be Cochran. Cochran goes back to Boykin. Boykin back to Cochran. He's going to fire another three, and that one is going to be good as well. 16-5 now the score.
I'll tell you what, this Central team is loaded from top to bottom. I don't care who's out there. Davion Smith gets the pass.
Smith will try to get it back to Holiday. Holiday's going to bring it across the timeline. Going to try to go through 2 defenders, but he's double-teamed, and they get it into Smith. Smith goes to Rittenhouse, has to go back to Davion. Smith to the right side to Holiday. Holiday to Turner. Turner working out of the corner. Goes back to Davion Smith. Central playing really stout defense here in this first 6 minutes of play. Smith is going to drive. The kick out to Cochran. Cochran over to the right side. A three on the way from X. It's no good. And the rebound is taken by the Lions. Over quickly onto the right side is Cochran. He's going to drive the baseline, and the little behind-the-back shot is good. And he draws the contact, and he will head to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Foul is on Hayden Rittenhouse. Coach Cherry wants time, and he'll get it. 1:49 to play here in the first quarter. They lead by a score of 18-5. We'll come back after 30 seconds on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Georgia needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
A 13-point lead for the Lions. They're trying to make it 14 from the stripe as Taven Cochran will go to the line for the and one. 1:49 left to play here in period number one. Cochran comes set. Takes two more warm-up dribbles. The shot is on the way, and it is good.
19-5 the score now. They're pressing. Central not letting up.
X will go to Smith. Smith will go back to Holiday. Holiday's going to reverse course now. Goes back to his right side. Far side tries to get it across the timeline, and he is fouled right at midcourt. And they're going to get number 10, Jordan Martin. That'll be his first.
Your only chance to have any success against these guys is make them foul you.
Inbounds pass will go to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse in corner, going to try to work it to Quinlan. Cochran goes outside to Aston Turner, and the shot is up, and it was no good. Might have been blocked, but I missed it if it was. But the Lions come away with the rebound. Boykin over to the left side. It'll be Cochran. Cochran goes back to Boykin. Boykin over to the right side now. They're going to work it back to Cochran. He's going to fire another three. That's his third from beyond the arc in this first period of play. 22-5. Big lead for the Lions. Smith with it. We'll get it to Quinlan Cochran. Cochran is going to go to Turner. Turner will go back to Smith. Smith going to work back to the middle of the floor and over to the right side to Holiday. Holiday back to Smith. Smith back to Holiday. X tries to get it back over to Davion. A three is on the way, and it is good from Davion Smith from beyond the arc, 22-8.
Banks it off the glass, and we needed that.
Inbounds pass will go to Boykin. Messiah Boykin will bring it down the floor for the Lions across the timeline. Working to his left, far side. Now working off the left wing, goes back to the top of the key. Another three is on the way. This one is the first miss, I think, from Cochran from beyond the arc, but the rebound is saved by the Lions, and it goes back out to Boykin. Boykin goes over back to the right side. Now they'll work it to the baseline, and number 24, Williams. Williams works it back top of the key, left side now. Boykin's going to step into a three, and that one is good from Messiah Boykin. 25-8.
The way our defense is set up there, we're just not able to get to the open man. They're just doing it around the horn and getting open for that three on the left corner, and they're not missing it right now.
X to Smith. Smith, near side, goes to Quinlan Cochran. Cochran is going to try to go to Rittenhouse, and it's knocked away. Last touch by Boykin, so it'll stay Cedartown basketball. 0.7 on the clock. If there ever was a catch and a shoot, this is it. Inbounds goes to Smith, fires a three, and it is off the front of the iron. No good. We will go to the second period of play. Dogs trail 25-8. Back after this 60-second timeout here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673. Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
A tough first period of play for the Dogs as they trail 25-8, but we do have the ball to start the second period. It will be Smith over to DP. DP goes to Holiday. Holiday's going to swing it to Watley. DJ Watley goes back to Holiday. Holiday will go back to Diamond Paisley. He's going to fire a three. It's going to be off the front of the iron. No good. Rebound taken by the Lions and a steal by Turner. The shot is up and no good. Another loose ball. Turner comes away with it. Outside. They will go to Holiday with it. Zane Diamond Paisley now. Working it back outside. Watley's going to fire a three. It's hard off the glass. No good. And Cedartown picks up the rebound in the backcourt from Holiday. Holiday gives it up to Smith. Smith back to Holiday. X, top of the key. Left side to Davion. He's going to fire a three. It's going to be no good.
Lost out of bounds by number 24, Connor Williams. Tried to pick it up, and Cedartown will have the ball back.
11 on the shot clock as we'll inbound it from the baseline. It'll be Holiday. Aston Turner is going to come out of the game as Quinlan Cothran comes back in. The inbounds will go to Cothran. Cothran from beyond the arc. The big man's going to drive the paint. Right side, the shot is up, and it is no good. Watley with the rebound. The putback, it is good.
Yeah, Quinlan was fouled, but no call was made there, but Cedartown does get two out of it anyway, thanks to DJ.
Over to the right side are the Lions. Now they're going to drive baseline. Ripped away from North. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Central.
Yeah, good defense there by Quinlan Cothran there to force that ball out of bounds.
The Lions with a 15-point lead, 25-10. 6:43 left to play here in the first half. Inbounds pass will come from Isaiah West. West will get it into number 10, Martin. Martin with it now. From beyond the perimeter on the left side, swings it to Young. Young from the corner. Now they'll work it around to Boykin. Boykin with it, top of the key. They will give it to Martin. Martin. Straightaway center, directing traffic for the Lions. Swings it to the left side to North. North going to go into the paint to Boykin. Boykin turns shot, and it is good. Messiah Boykin with kind of a fadeaway jumper.
Yeah, I don't care what kind of defense you have. You can't defend that.
Watley with it, going to try to work it into Zane Diamond Paisley. Almost picked off. Loose ball picked up by Holiday. He was fouled, nothing called. Holiday retrieves it in the backcourt. Now brings it across the timeline. Top of the key. 360 spin, has to give it up to Watley. Watley will go to Diamond Paisley. Paisley to Watley. Watley to X over on the left side. Far side now working back to his left. Brings it back in. Cothran's going to fire a three. In and out, in. It looked like it was coming out, but it goes in.
In and out, in. There it goes.
27-13. Over to the right side. Boykin with it. Working off the wing. Now they'll go to the top of the key to North. North will go to Jackson Rose. Rose with it. Working off the wing. Almost traveled with it, but he gives it up to West. Now they'll go into the paint. Turn shot from North. No good. DJ Watley comes away with the rebound. He'll give it up to X. Brings it into the front court for the Dogs. Near sideline. Now they go to the corner into DP. DP goes back to Holiday. Holiday going to work it back to the middle of the floor to DP now. Back on the wing. They'll go to Quinlan Cothran. 360 on the baseline. The shot is high off the window, and it was no good, and the rebound was taken by the Lions. Boykins goes to West. West on the right side. He's going to drive the baseline. Kick out now. They'll drive. It'll be Rose. Rose is going to drive the paint. The kick out over to the left side. Boykin is going to fire a three. It's no good, but they come away with an offensive rebound, and the putback is good from number 1, North. North makes it count, and it's 29-13, Lions on top. Holiday with it now to the right side to DJ Watley. Watley far side. He's going to give it to Davion Smith. Smith is going to try to drive, tried to get it to Cothran, and it was stolen. North on the other end. He's got the numbers, the leverage, the height. He's got it all, and the two to make it count, 31-13.
This is a team, a generational team for the Central Lions. They are just so good.
Cothran backs his man down. The shot is up, and it is good. Quinlan with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Foul was on number 22, Jackson Rose. That'll be his first. And Quinlan to the line to shoot. And one. Looks like Davion Smith will head back to the Cedartown bench. We'll see Aston Turner back out there.
Coach Cherry rotating through these personnel, trying to get these guys as much rest as he can, keep his fresh legs on the floor as we can. The end one on the way from Quinlan, and it's going to be short, but the rebound is taken by Aston Turner. The putback is no good.
Rebound by Chance North. North takes it to the paint, and it's going to be blocked, but he gets the ball back. And that time Quinlan.
Yeah, then it's out of bounds again, and Cothran, the last one to touch it, has it careened out of bounds, and so it will stay Central basketball. 4:08 left to play here in the first half. 31-15 your score. Cedartown trailing the Lions. Inbounds pass goes to Boykin. Boykin drives from the corner. The pull-up jumper is no good. Rebound taken by Aston Turner. Turner will push it ahead to Holiday. Holiday on the far side. X will push it back to Turner. Now he's going to try to go to Cothran. Cothran in the lane. Get a turn. Drive off the glass. Too tough. No good. Rebound taken by Williams for the Lions. He'll give it ahead to Boykin. Boykin on the right side now. Another three on the way from Cochran, and it is no good. Too strong. Rebound taken by Quinlan Cothran, but he loses it at midcourt. Boykin comes away with it, gives it up, and Central gets it right back. Caven Cochran with it on the far side. Going to try to work around Holiday. A high ball screen set, but they go the other way with it. Into number 3, Max Young. And they tried to work it down low to Williams, and we've got a foul on the floor.
I'm afraid it's going to be on Quinlan Cothran. That'll be his third foul.
Thankfully, this one is on the floor, though. So at least we're not shooting two, but Hayden Rittenhouse is going to have to check in, and Quinlan is going to have to come out, the big man for the Dogs. 3 fouls already in this first half of play. The inbounds pass will come from the baseline. It'll go into Max Young. Max Young to the left side into Cochran. Cochran goes back to Williams. The jumper is no good, and the rebound is tracked down by Young, who saves it, throws it back into Boykin. Boykin back. A 3 on the way, and it is good from number 3, Max Young.
34-15.
Inbounds pass to to X. X will give it up to Diamond Paisley. DP working off of the wing, going to work back to the right side to Watley. Watley goes back to DP. He's going to fire a long 3, and it's going to be off its mark, no good. And the rebound taken by the Lions. Boykin goes ahead to North. North tries to drive the paint, and he commits the offensive charge. The foul is called, and it will be against North, and that's just his first.
Really haven't been a ton of fouls at all on Central in this ball game. Dogs playing without, of course, Isaiah Johnson's been injured for a while. Looks like Thomas Robertson is not dressed out tonight, so he is not available.
X with it will get it into Watley across midcourt. They'll get it to Davion. Davion Smith is going to drive the baseline. Now he has to go back outside to Watley. The defense just collapsing on the Bulldogs freshman. Again, same thing. Had to go back outside to Watley. Watley to Holiday. A 3 on the way from Rittenhouse, and it is no good. And the rebound was taken by the Lions. It'll be number 2, and our number 2 comes away with the steal. And X Holiday drives off the window. No good. Rebound taken by the Lions. On the other end is Boykin. Boykin's going to drive the baseline. The kick out now to North. North's going to step into a 3, and it's long, no good. Rebound taken by DJ Watley. Watley with the board, and he'll bring it up the floor for the Dogs. Gives ahead to Holiday, Holiday will give to Turner, but it is tipped away by Williams, and a steal for the Lions. Number 1, North, near side. Into the front court for Central. Over to the left side now to Boykin. Boykin top of the key. Now they try to feed to North, and it's tipped away by Turner. Turner to Holiday, and Holiday makes it count. 34-17. The kiss off the glass is good with 1:33 left to play in the first half. Top of the key, Boykin. Boykin to the right side. It'll be Young. Young's going to fire a 3. No good. Off the back of the iron. But Central comes away with the rebound. North is going to drive into the paint, and it is good, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Chance North is only a sophomore, 6'3", and already performing like this. Goodness gracious.
The foul was on Hayden Rittenhouse. That'll be his third. So he will have to come out, and Zane Diamond Paisley is going to check back into the game. So right now the Dogs with Diamond Paisley, Davion Smith, Turner, Watley, and Holiday.
And as we mentioned before, Dogs bench is just a little bit light. That and 1 is up and in. It's 37-17 now. A 20-point lead for the Central Lions with 1:20 to play in the half.
Inbounds pass goes to Holiday. Holiday will get it over to Watley. Watley's going to bring it into the front court for the Dogs, but he's double-teamed on the baseline, and he has his pocket picked by Cochran. Cochran on the other end for the Lions into the front court. Now to Young. Young left side. They'll keep swinging it around the horn. They will go to number 10, Martin. Now to the right side. It is Isaiah West. West to the left side to Young. A 3 is on the way. No good. Williams had it for a moment, but then Ashton Turner comes away with it. Turner gives it up to Diamond Paisley. Far side, he's going to push it into the front court. Far side for the Dogs. Now they will go to Watley. Watley will go to Smith. Smith going to go back to DJ. DJ back to Davion Smith. Smith going to work it toward the Lion logo over to his right side now into DJ Watley. Watley will go to Zane Diamond Paisley. He's going to work to his left. Now it's going to be X with the pull-up three off the iron. No good, and the rebound is taken by Central. It'll be number 5, Isaiah West across the timeline. X picking him up right about the arch. Just draining time. Coming up on 10 seconds in the half. West with a pull-up jumper, rolls around, and it is good from number 10, Jordan Martin. 37-17. A three on the way from X, and it's good at the buzzer. 39-20 is your score. We will go to halftime. A big deficit for this Dogs on the road here at Central. Let's take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll come back and talk about that first half. You're listening to Cedartown High School basketball here on the home of the Bulldogs, the Big AA.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the GHSA and the Georgia Athletic Directors Association.
Bradford's Drugstore on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's Pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drugstore, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
And welcome back. We're at halftime. Cedartown trails the Central Lions 39-20. Central, as we mentioned before, ranks 9th in the state. I sure would love to see who's ahead of them. They're quite a good ball team. Of course, Sonoraville and Central, two of the top teams in this area. In the same region, battling for a region championship. Cedartown Bulldogs, likely a 5th seed as we get toward the end of the season, will be playing in the region tournament next weekend. And we'll tell you more details about that next week. But, Sam, the game at hand, Central, from the very get-go, established control and have not relinquished it one bit. I mean, Cedartown's had some flashes of good things, but to me, the defense has been the main story of this for Central. The way they swarm the ball, the way they shut off just about any chance for the Bulldogs to do anything. They're fast, they're quick, they're fundamentally sound, and that's why they have only lost, 3 games.
Yeah, you are right. They did come out and establish dominance. They outscored Cedartown in that first period of play 25-8. They would outscore Cedartown in the second period by 2 points. 14-12. But when you've got that big of a lead, it's just tough to come back, and Cedartown is going to have a very difficult time as they trail by 19 here at the half. Quinlan Cothran, he is in foul trouble already. He's got 3 on the night. He's got 7 points and only 2 rebounds. Holiday with 7 on the night. Davion Smith with a big 3, DJ Watley with 2, and Zane Diamond Paisley with a single point from the stripe. So Cedartown just playing up against a very tough defensive unit in Central. You mentioned it when we were going through player introductions, but they've only got about 2 or 3 guys that are listed as being sub 6 foot, and they are really showing that off. And I think the biggest thing that I have seen so far is how quick they are. They are just a quick team. They swarm to the ball defensively exactly like you said, and then offensively they're just able to move the ball around pretty well, and they find the open man better than we've been able to find that open man defensively. Yeah. Unfortunately, they've come away with a lot of open shots, which has led to the 39 points that they have on the board, but just a tough night so far for the Dogs as they trail by 19 here at the half.
Well, you know, you were mentioning the sub 6 foot people on the team. We've not seen any of them on the floor tonight.
No, and I think one of them is the water guy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Seriously.
The height that this squad has.
Well, and some, you know, Chance North at number 1 for them, only a sophomore, 6'3". He's been a big part of this ball game. Others we've seen, Messiah Boykin, he's only a junior, 6'1". Some other names we've called out. Connor Williams, a junior, 6'6". Their big center man. This is a team built for greatness for several years now. The Cedartown Bulldogs in the midst of a rebuild, as we certainly well know. Bulldogs playing much better this year than the previous season. Still a long ways to go for the Bulldogs basketball program, but heading in the right direction. But this is a kind of a team that I don't care if you're a team that's like Cedartown, if you're rebuilding, or if you're just an average kind of team. This is a team that we're playing today that's an elite team. And that's what you want to be. That's what Cedartown wants to be. They want to be an elite team. It takes time to get there. Central has been in the basement before. They've had to rebuild before. For a lot of those years, 7 or 8 years ago, the Bulldogs and Central Lions were battling for 3rd or 4th place in the region. Right now, they are playing some of the best ball we've seen in a long time for the Central Lions, and they have built themselves a great program, and they're built for years to come. But as we mentioned before, the future is bright for the Cedartown Bulldogs with some great guys coming back next year and some young talent coming up from the middle school. All is not lost to Cedartown fans. We're having a good year this year. The formula is set up there for success in the future. Yeah, we're playing a team that's leading by 19 points at halftime, but you also have to remember too that's the team you want to become one day. The Bulldogs are just trying to get to that spot.
And I tell you, if you are a fan of high school basketball, you will want to pay attention once we get into that region tournament, because I feel certain that Central will square off with Sonoraville again, and that is going to be a matchup to watch. Both of those teams, 7-1 in region play. They have both beaten each other once apiece, and just a tough team. Sonoraville, I feel like, is the more complete team from top to bottom. They can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. They guard extremely well. They play defense, very clean defense. They rebound the ball well. They just do everything well. But I tell you what, this Central team doesn't like much. If you're a basketball fan as well, there's a Saturday full of good basketball games in the SEC. We'll start out with Georgia. They are going to take on a red-hot South Carolina team there in Athens, Missouri.
Georgia's had some tough games of late.
They had a good start against Alabama, but they just couldn't finish last week.
And overtime lost to Florida, too.
And so that's going to be a good matchup, I think, there in Athens. Missouri goes on the road to Vanderbilt. Florida will go to Texas A&M. Number 24, Alabama, they're going to play host to Mississippi State. LSU will host Arkansas. And then the two bigger games, number 16, Auburn, will go to Oxford to take on the Rebels of Ole Miss. And the biggest one of the night, 8:30 tip-off on ESPN, the 5th-ranked Tennessee Volunteers go into Rupp Arena to take on number 10, Kentucky, that was just defeated by Florida. Both of those squads have had some late losses that don't make a lot of sense, but then again, that's basketball in the SEC. Both teams 15-5 overall, and both teams trying to continue their run atop the SEC as we get ready for March Madness. We're getting ready for the second half of play here, though. We're about a minute away, so let's take a 60-second break, and we'll be back here for second half action of Cedartown High School Friday Night Hoops here on the Big AA.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, two Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Livewire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
39-20 is your score as we start the third period of play. It will be Central basketball. And now they've got the music cut off, and a steal by X Holiday. X is going to drive, lays it off the glass, and it is good. And the Dogs are on the board first to start the second half, 39-22. It will be number 5, Isaiah West with it for the Lions. Top of the key is going to work to the right side. They'll give it up to Cochran. Cochran will go back to West. He's going to try to drive, kick out, and now to Martin. Martin outside to Cochran. Cochran is going to drive the pull-up, fade away two. No good, and the rebound taken by Holiday. X will bring it up the floor for the Dogs. Cedartown working quickly so far to start out this second half of play. Diamond Paisley with it off the wing. He's going to feed it into Cochran. Cothran turns, shot off the iron, no good. Quinlan just struggling tonight here on the road. It will be number 1 North over to the left side into Martin. Martin near side. Over to the right side, they will go to Cochran. Cochran will go to Williams now. Williams in the corner. Going to work off the wing. They'll go back to the top of the key into Cochran. It'll be West with it. Right side to North. North to Martin. Martin to North. 10 on the shot clock. They're going to drive. The floater is up, and it is going to roll out. No good. Rebound taken by Aston Turner. Turner will give it ahead to X. X on the near side. Cedartown now working from left to right. If you are looking at your radio dial, top of the key is Holiday. Going to try to work around a high ball screen. Going to drive the baseline, and it is knocked away out of bounds. And it will be Cedartown basketball as it was touched by Cochran last. And Cedartown will inbound it from the baseline. 6:31 left to play here in the third. Inbounds pass will come from Holiday. Holiday's going to check it in on the baseline. They will get it to Watley. Watley off of the wing. They'll go back to X with it. Holiday going to feed it to Quinlan. Quinlan's going to back his man down. Playing tough with Williams. Turn, and that shot was just blocked by Williams. On the right side now. Far side. They'll work it into Williams in the paint. He's going to turn around. The fadeaway is good. And Central has their first points of the second half, 41-22.
Yes, and Quinlan can't catch a break, and he can't be too aggressive on the other side on defense either with 3 fouls.
X Holiday top of the key, right at the Lion logo. Going to work to the right side, trying to work around Martin. Now he's going to drive, kick out, goes to Quinlan. He's going to hit the fadeaway 3, no good, and the rebound was taken by the Lions. It will be, once again, West with it. Goes down low, the kick back out to West, and that one is good from number 5, Isaiah West. That's his first basket since the first period.
Just Central continuing to do what they've done all game long.
X Holiday with it now. Feeds to Quinlan Cothran. Cothran going to try to back Williams down off the baseline, and again, it is blocked, and Quinlan just cannot contend with their big man Williams. Another 3 on the way, and this one is no good. The rebound taken by Zane Diamond Paisley. Paisley with it on the near side. He'll push it up across the timeline. Working off the wing, they will go to Aston Turner. Turner goes to Holiday. Holiday to Watley. Watley far side. Right back to Holiday. X will work it back to the top of the key. Now to DJ Watley. Going to work off of the ball screen. Now Watley will drive into the paint. Has to do something with it. Another block. In transition, Central was trying to feed it to number 10, Jordan Martin. It was knocked away by the Dogs. It'll stay Central basketball.
Sorry for that silence, Sam. I was just sitting up here mesmerized by what we're seeing out of number 24, Connor Williams. I mean, blocking everything.
I mean, that's at least his 6th or 7th block, as a 3 is on the way from the corner from number 5, Isaiah West. And it's 46-22.
Absolutely. They're just absolutely dominating every facet of the game right now.
X with the baseline runner, no good. Rebound taken.
Once again by Connor Williams.
Over to the left side, a baseline jumper. That one is no good. That rebound is taken by Ashton Turner for the Dogs. Ashton will give it up to X Holiday. They'll slow things down. You can tell that X is winded. He'll bring it across the timeline. Right side to Zane Diamond Paisley. They'll give it back to Holiday. Holiday standing at the Cowart Court logo. Now the feed to Cawthorn. Quinlan's going to try the baseline. This time we got underneath Williams, and he gets that one to go, and it is 24-46. Number 5, Isaiah West with it, top of the key, going to go to the right side. They will go to Cochran. Cochran from beyond the arc will go to number 5, West again. He's going to drive the baseline. Now kick out to Williams, and that one is good from Connor Williams. 48-24. X Holiday with it across the timeline. Far side, going to work to the central logo. Now going to go over to his right. Coming to the near side. X will back it up, trying to get his offense settled. They will go to Watley with it. DJ from the Cowart Court logo now. He's going to feed it into Cawthorn. Cawthorn turn, fade away. The jumper's up, and it is good from the Cedartown big man, 48-26.
I think he's only going to have success if he does the fadeaway. I don't know if the layup's going to work for him because the height adjustment just is not going to work, and there's a foul called again on number 21.
Yeah, that's going to be his fourth, and you're right, Andrew. The only way that he is going to be successful matching up against Connor Williams or any other defender on this central squad is to create that space, and it's just otherwise it's not working for him. Cochran, though, Caven Cochran will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 for the Lions. The first one is on the way, and it is no good. Off the front of the iron. Subs coming in for both squads. Hayden Rittenhouse is going to check in, as well as Davion Smith for the Dogs. Messiah Boykin and number 3, Max Young, will check in for the Lions. Williams, the big man for Central, goes to the bench, as well as number 5, Isaiah West.
Speaking of Williams, I'd love to see Williams and Bryson Shelnut match up with Snorville.
That's a good matchup.
Yeah, Bryson
there.
Shelnut 6'8" and Williams 6'6".
But he plays a lot taller than 6'6", though.
49-26 to score. 3 minutes to play in the third.
And we feed it into Quinlan Cawthorn, and we've got a foul called against the Lions. It looks like it's going to be against number 12, Boykin. Yes.
That is correct.
That'll be his first.
Nobody for Sonorville, or rather for Central, has more than one foul right now.
Inbounds pass will go to Turner. Turner at the Central Lion. Now they'll give it to X. X at the top of the key. He's just going to pull up the 3, and it is going to be no good, and the rebound is taken by the Lions. Now on the other end, it'll be number 10, Martin. Martin kicks out to Cochran, and we've got a travel called, the Texas two-step. Thank you, sir. We'll see you next time.
That is the first travel called for either team. And here it comes with 2:46 in the third against Central, of all people.
Inbounds pass comes from the sideline to Turner. Turner gets it in, and now it'll be X with it. He'll bring it across the timeline. Now they'll go to Davion Smith on the far side. Smith trying to work around north. They'll go back to X. X goes back to Smith. Smith to Rittenhouse. Back to Davion on the wing. Over to the right side into X Holiday. Left side, Davion Smith steps into the 3. No good. And the rebound is tracked down by Ashton Turner. He has to just throw it back in, and Davion gets it. He'll give it to Quinlan Cawthorn, who's going to drive into the paint. Up, and it is good from the big man.
Timeout called by Coach Cherry. We'll take it with him. Be a 30-second timeout, 2:16 to play in the third period. Central 49, Cedartown 28, back after 30 seconds.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time, 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Inbounds pass will come from number 3, Max Young. He will check it into Messiah Boykin for the Lions. Into the front court is Central. Quickly, he's going to drive. Baseline floater, no good. Rebound taken by Davion Smith. Smith, he's going to drive quickly for the Dogs on the other end. Now he holds up and waits for help. He drives the lane. Kick out goes to Turner. Turner turns. He's going to try to drive. Loses the handle. He'll give it up to DJ Watley. Watley's going to work around a screen set by Turner, and it's poked away out of bounds by the Lions.
They're going to give it to the Lions.
Oh, no.
Oh, buddy.
I don't know about that one. From my vantage point,
which you are farthest away from anybody else in this place,
I would like to respectfully disagree with the call on the floor. Boykin with it into the front court. He's going to get up to Young. Young's going to fire 3, and that one is good from the corner in Max Young.
I mean, that was a perfect 3, about as perfect as we've seen all night. 52-28.
Smith with it's going to bring it into the front court for the Dogs. He'll give it to Holiday. Holiday near side. X going to work back to the middle of the floor to Davion. Davion left side off the wing. He's going to bring it into Turner. Turner at the paint. Now tries to give it to Rittenhouse. Falls. Tries to give it to X, and it is out of bounds off of Cedartown, and it will be Central basketball.
That time it was.
That time, I do agree.
Yes.
Respectfully. Inbound pass goes to Boykin.
Well, I disrespectfully don't care.
There you go. Boykin with it, working off the left side. The handoff will go to number 2, Cochran. Cochran's going to try to drive. The dish into Martin, and that shot is up, and it was no good, but he draws the foul. We will wait for the official to give us a number.
It's going to be on number 3, DJ Watley. Number 1 on him.
Jordan Martin will go to the stripe for the first time tonight. Martin with 2 points so far. 52-28 your score. 1:09 left to play here in the first. First one on the way, and it is off the front of the iron. No good. Why did I mark it that it was good? It's all right. I can fix that. Quinlan Cawthorn checking back into the game for the Dogs, playing with 4 fouls, and DJ Watley will come out. And the second one is on the way. And that one does find its way home. 53-28. X Holiday going to try to get through a double team. We'll give it up to Davion. Smith again going to try to contend with the double team. Now they get it to X. X across the timeline and double teamed again. Left side now Smith. Smith will go back to X. X is going to fire a 3, in and out, no good. And the rebound taken by the Lions. It'll be number 5, Isaiah West with it across the timeline, moving quickly. The jumper is no good, and it is saved by Martin, and the kick out goes to Cochran. Cochran with it near midcourt.
The block was by Quinlan Cawthorn. Good job there by Quinlan to block that one away, but the possession remains with Central.
Boykin with it over to the right side. Young's going to fire another 3. It's going to be short, and Cawthorn does come away with the rebound this time for the Dogs. He'll give it up to Davion Smith. Smith into the front court over the right side to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse underneath Quinlan, turns, shot, no good. And that one is rebounded by the Lions. It'll be number 10, Martin, over to the right side to West. West back to Young. Young, top of the key. He's going to drive. Now the kick out will go to North. The 3 is on the way, and it is long. And the rebound was saved by the Lions, but it goes right into Ashton Turner, and that will do it for the third period of play. Let's go to the final frame. Andrew Carter, 53-28, Dogs trail. Back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the GHSA.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
We will head to the final frame here at Cowart Court, the Lions Den. 53-28, the Dogs trail in region play against the Central Lions. They'll go to the left side into Rittenhouse. He's going to try to drive, and we've got a quick foul called against number 3, Max Young, and that will be his first. Oh, 22. Well, that's Jackson Rose, and that's his second. I need to put my glasses back on. Inbounds will go to Smith. Smith's going to feed it to Quinlan Cothran off the window and good from the Bulldog big man, and it is 53-30. Quinlan just not able to really get anything going, but he's got 15. That's the crazy part. It'll be Martin with it. Shot's no good. Martin got his own rebound over to Boykin. Boykin, he's going to fire away. That one is no good, and the rebound is taken by X Holiday. X was going to push it up the floor. They'll give it to Zane Diamond Paisley. Paisley in the paint over to the left side. X is going to fire a 3, and it's going to be just short. And the rebound taken by the Lions on the other end. Boykin tried for the slam, but he missed it. The rebound taken by the Lions, and then X comes away with the steal. Holiday drives the paint, lost it going out of bounds, and it'll be Cedartown basketball.
We'll take that back. The foul we mentioned on Jackson Rose was actually on number 12, Messiah Boykin, earlier. There was a 2 that was put up there, and it was actually number 12. We have time called. 6:55 to play in the ball game. Cedartown trailing 53-30. Back after 30 seconds on the Big AA.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
6:55 to play in the ball game. Cedartown trailing 53-30 after the timeout. Cedartown still in their huddle. Central is already back out there. So we'll see what the rest of this game entails. Right now, I can tell you that the Central Lions are still well in control, although the Bulldogs have had some flashes of good. The Bulldogs will have the possession on the inbounds pass.
X Holiday will check it in from the baseline. He's going to get it into Zane Diamond Paisley. Paisley with it. Going to work back to the middle of the floor. They'll give it to Smith. Smith's going to drive the paint from the top of the key. Comes back outside off of the wing, and it'll be X Holiday with it. Working to the right side. They'll feed it to Quinlan Cothran. He's at the elbow. He's going to work it down in the paint. 360 spin off the glass. It is up and no good, but he draws the contact, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Connor Williams picks up the foul, only his first, which is really impressive considering how much contact he's had down low in his battles with Quinlan Cothran and others, but only his first foul on the evening.
Quinlan to the stripe. First free throw attempt is up, and it is no good. And there was a buzzer for some subs, and DJ Watley will come in, and X is going to come out. Aston Turner is also going to check in, but he will go for Quinlan, so we'll have to wait until after this free throw or the next stoppage in play. Second one on the way from Cothran, and it is in and out, no good. And the rebound is taken by the Lions. It will be number 5, Isaiah West across the timeline. Left side to North. North is going to give it up. Back to West. Boykin to Williams. Williams in the paint. Now he kicks it back out. West drives, kick out to Boykin. Boykin goes around the defender, the pull-up jumper, and it is in and out, no good. Rebound taken by Davion Smith. Smith to Rittenhouse. Hayden on the baseline, goes to Quinlan in the paint. Quinlan, the pull-up, fade away, no good, just short. And once again, the rebound taken by Williams for the Lions. Boykin with it from the elbow. The kick out goes to West. West feeds into Williams. Turn, shot is up, and it is good. Number 24, Connor Williams, strikes here in the fourth for the first time. The inbounds goes to Davion Smith, the Bulldog freshman. Brings it across the timeline. He's going to drive. Holds up at the line now. Working at the top of the arc. Going from left to right. Now the feed into Quinlan Cochran. The big man backs him down. The shot is up and it's just short. But the rebound and the putback is good from Quinlan Cochran, and he's got 17.
Yeah, Quinlan able to time his jump there as Williams was going down from his jump, and because of that, he was able to get it up and in.
Boykin from the paint, kick out. 3 on the way from Max Young. It's too strong, but it's knocked away by the Dogs, and it goes right to Messiah Boykin. Boykin will back things up right near midcourt at the Lion logo. Rittenhouse picks him up there. They will go to West.
10 on the shot clock.
West goes back to Boykin. Boykin, a 3 on the way from Young. In and out, no good. Quinlan Cochran comes away with the rebound for the Dogs. He gives it up to Davion Smith, who comes across the timeline, top of the key, can work to the left side to Smith. Now they'll go to Quinlan. Quinlan, he's going to drive, might have the position, and he gets it off the glass, and it is good from Quinlan Cochran, 55-34.
Playing pretty good with 4 fouls.
Number 5, Isaiah West, across the timeline. Tries to feed it to number 1, North, and it's stolen by Davion Smith. Smith's going to push it ahead for the Dogs. Baseline to Watley. DJ underneath the basket, and he's fouled. And I think it's going to be on number 3, Max Young.
That was the only way that play was going to do anything positive for the Bulldogs is if we got fouled, because DJ was trapped down low. He had nowhere to go. Guys on top of him, and DJ Watley will go to the free throw line to shoot.
Looks like they got actually number 5, Isaiah West, for the foul, and it will send Watley to the charity stripe. First trip tonight for DJ, and the first one is no good.
3 coming in for the Lions. Dogs will sub out 1 and sub out another one here as soon as DJ gets done with his free throws. Looks like Rittenhouse will take a seat.
X will come back in. Watley's second one is up, and it is good.
And Aston Turner will come in for Watley.
A 20-point lead for the Lions, 55-35. Coming up on 4:20 left to play here from the Lions' den. It will be Isaiah West across the timeline, right at the Lion logo. He's going to work to his left, and they will give it up to North. North is going to go back to the top of the key to Jackson Rose. Rose is going to work to his right. The handoff will go to West. West is going to try to drive the kick out. A 3 on the way from North. It's in and out, no good, and the rebound is taken by Holiday. Holiday will push it up the floor for the Dogs at the top of the key. Going to work to his left side. Drives. I don't know how we didn't get called for the travel, but he gets it to Turner. Aston Turner drives the paint, and the shot is up, and it's good, 55-37.
All I can imagine is the official just didn't see his feet. That's all I can think, because he took about 4 or 5 extra steps.
Martin with it, feeds it underneath. Off the glass is good from Isaiah West.
He hit the floor hard after that. It could have been a foul called on the Dogs, but it wasn't.
Back to a 20-point lead, 57-37. Smith with it, trying to work around a full court press. They get it to Diamond Paisley, top of the key. He dribbles in and out of traffic. DP will go back to Smith. Smith going to work to the left side, back to DP. Working off the wing, they'll go to Holiday. He's going to hit a pull-up 3, and it is no good. And the rebound is taken by Smith. He's going to drive, get to Quinlan Cochran, and the two-handed slam from Quinlan Cochran is good.
They get it down quickly to Jordan Martin on the right side.
Martin with it on the wing. They're going to give it up to West. West trying to work around X. Almost has it stolen. X playing tough defense on him. He's going to try to drive, and he falls with it, but is picked up on the other end, and a foul is called as Jackson Rose got the loose ball and tried to make it 2.
And that may be on Quinlan. No, it's not going to be on Cochran. It's going to be on DP.
And that should be just his first, and it is, but it will send number 22, Jackson Rose, to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one on the way is good. 58-39.
And it's a good thing it was on DP. As we mentioned before, Quinlan Cochran playing with 4 fouls this entire period, really.
Second one on the way, and it is good. Back to a 20-point lead, 59-39. X with it's going to give it to Aston Turner in the front court for the Dogs. He'll go to DP on the right side. He's double-teamed and just has it stolen. It'll be Cochran with it. He's going to run the floor coast to coast and tries to finish, and he was fouled hard as he goes up for the shot, and it'll be on Aston Turner. That'll be his first. It'll send number 2, Cochran to the free throw line for the third time tonight.
Hayden Rittenhouse will be checking in to the ball game at the next sound of the horn.
Caven Cochran looking for his first points of the fourth period. He's only got one in this second half. The first one is up, and it is in and out, no good. He had 14 in that first period of play.
Unbelievable.
And that really, if you look at it, is the difference in the ball game.
Rittenhouse comes in for Diamond Paisley.
Central outscored Cedartown 25-8 in that first period, and 14 of them were at the hands of Cochran. Looking for his first points here in the fourth period, though. That second free throw is up and no good. And they come away with the rebound, though.
Jordan Martin got the board, and he was punished for it.
Martin back with it off the wing, going to work to the right side, top of the key. They'll give it up to Isaiah West. West is going to go to the right side, back to Cochran, who's going to try to drive the baseline. Shot is up, no good. Hayden Rittenhouse comes away with the rebound for the Dogs. Smith with it, far side. Davion's going to try to drive, but he has to come back outside. Now he'll try to work around Cochran again. Has to give it up now, and a interception as Rittenhouse is trying to get it to Quinlan Cochran. West comes away with the pick. North is going to try to drive the baseline, and we've got a blocking foul called down low. And it will be on the floor, and it'll be against number 13, Ashton Turner.
Yeah, Turner's foul total starting to add up. That's only a second, but he's had two in a row.
Isaiah West will inbound it from the baseline. Going to check it into number 10, Jordan Martin. Martin will go right back to West with it. West working off the wing on the near side, trying to get around Turner. He's going to go to his right. Now the pull up from the elbow. That's up, and that one is good from number 5, Isaiah West.
61-39 with a minute 40 to play the ball game.
X will bring it across the timeline. Far side, going to try to work around Cochran, and he's forced out of bounds, so it'll be Cedartown basketball as it was knocked away by the Lions. X will inbound it from the far sideline right in front of the Cedartown bench. They'll get it into Quinlan Cochran, who is triple teamed. Now he goes back outside to Ashton Turner. The little jumper is no good. Gets his own rebound on the floor, gives it to Quinlan Cochran from the free throw line. That one is good.
Back to 20 points, 61-41, 1:20 to play.
West with it across the timeline, right at the Lions logo. Going to try to work around X Holiday, working to his weak side. Now they'll give it up to number 10, Martin. Martin goes back to North with it, who drives the lane and gets that one to fall from Chance North. That's his first basket of the second half, and it's 63-41. The Lions still playing full court press defense, but the Dogs break it with Davion Smith. Now they give it to X. Under a minute to play. Ashton Turner with it from beyond the arc. They'll go to X. X with the long three, and it is no good. Rebound by Quinlan Cochran. The putback, it's off the window, no good. And that rebound was taken by West.
Central will have one more shot here at least, as the clock is about 10 seconds off of the shot clock is about 10 seconds off of the game clock. 32 seconds and 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Isaiah West with it. Very close to midcourt, over to the left side to Jackson Rose. Rose is left wide open, and nobody's doing anything with it. I think both teams have really just kind of conceded this one. I tell you, this has been a tough game for the Dogs.
They're just going to let the shot clock run out.
Yep, they will let the shot clock run out, and it'll be Cedartown basketball with 9 seconds on the clock. A tough game here tonight for the Dogs, and it's really a tale of just one period of play that's been the difference. Cedartown's going to fall here on the road, 63-41. Smith will pull a last-second three, and it's no good. And that will do it here from Cowart Court. The Lions Den at Central High School. 63-41 is your score. Let's take a 60-second break. We'll come back and wrap this one up. You're listening to Cedartown High School basketball here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Your final here from Central High School. The Dogs fall on the road 63-41. With the loss, Cedartown falls to 11-13 on the season, 2-7 in region play, as Central improves to 21-3 and 8-1 in region play. Quinlan Cawthon, the leading scorer for the Dogs, finishes the night with 23 points. Holiday finishes the night with 9. Davion Smith and DJ Watley both with 3, Ashton Turner with 2, and Zane Diamond Paisley with 1. We have one more regular season game of the season, and it will be Tuesday night at the Doghouse. It'll be senior night as we take on Southeast Whitfield. We invite all of you to come out and cheer on the Dogs. Tip-off of the girls' game is set for 6 p.m., followed by the boys' game at 7:30. They typically do the senior night presentation in between both of those games, so we will hope to see you out at the Doghouse on Tuesday night. But again, your final here from Central High School, 63 Lions, Dogs 41. For Gail Connor back at the station and my broadcast partner Andrew Carter, I'm Sam Branch saying good night, God bless,